He was rattled in that first inning, again in the second. The errors behind him certainly did not help. Gonzalez crushing one to left. First pitch, gone. Against the Yankees 6 years ago. Hit 5 home runs in that series alone. And does he love this ballpark? Change up to Tomey. Remember, Juan Gonzalez said no to an incredible offer from Detroit. He said yes to a much lesser offer to play here. His swing tailor-made for Jacobs Field.
You asked me where would the Indians be without CC. Well, they wouldn't be where they are without Juan Gonzalez.
Bouncing back from a brutal year last year. He had 15 fewer RBI than Davy Cruz last season. This year he was just one off the league lead. Juan Gonzalez had 140. The man playing second base for Seattle right now had 141. Red Boone.
Gonzalez consistent with the batting average as well all year long.
Good pitch right there. The changeup to Tomey for the first out. Ellis Burks ahead in the count. And Rex, we talked a little bit about the relationship between Burks and this young Cleveland starter today, CC Sabathia. You talk about a guy taking another under his wing. Burks very willingly doing that for CC Sabathia, just the way that a lot of the veterans did for Burks when he came in with Boston. Guys like Jim Rice, Oil Can Boyd.
That's right, and that's important. When general managers go out after the season's over and they start filling up their rosters, they look at the intangibles each player can bring to their team. Sure, they look at the numbers, but what's almost as important is their demeanor, how they carry themselves, how good they are in the clubhouse. Are they going to be able to rub off on some of the other players? Burks has done that. Dusty Baker, he loved him in San Francisco. Burks loved it there as well, but his knees were giving him a hard time, and you have to play. There's no DH in the National League, so he came over to the Indians.
Line drive foul, and might have broken his bat too. 3-2 the count. No, CC Sabathia was an only child growing up. He had kind of a surrogate big brother, his cousin Demetrius Davis, the NFL tight end. And we mentioned CC was recruited by UCLA to play tight end as well. So maybe the surrogate big brother here has been the man at the plate, Ellis Burks.
Absolutely. It's so important that you have veteran leaders working the minds of the young ones.
Roped into left center. Big brother picking up a 6'7" little brother. It's got to be on. A little bit better than Aaron Seeley's was today.
Zito gave the Yankees fits in the 5th game last year. Moose Mussina, he finished the season strong, pitching very well. Zito, like you mentioned, has that very nice curveball, and he's got some good fastball there to set it up. Good composure for a young pitcher.
There's a curve to Fryman, fouled off. And if you want to check out an outstanding knuckle curve, Mike Mussina may be the best one of those in the league.
Can't count the world champions out. Mussina has pitched well, like I said, and he is a good guy for the Yankees to have going for him this evening.
You'll see it tonight on Fox. Jamie Moyer, one-time teammate of Mike Mussina's, pitched a wonderful game, game 2 for Seattle.
Fryman loves the fastball. He likes it middle in. That's where he'll look. Abbott knows. Looks like the changeup's coming.
Yep, bounced it up there.
0-2, that's where you want to throw it. You want to give it anything close. Pinnell looks like he's stirring a little bit there, talking to his pitching coach, Brian Price.
Aaron Seeley started the year 8-0. Took a 15-5 regular season record into the start today. He did not get into the third inning. One-two to Fryman. Travis Fryman, very admirably, I think, refusing to use his bum elbow and bad shoulder as an excuse. He's only got 3 home runs all year. Missed 9 weeks to start the season. Went his first 160-odd at bats this year without a home run.
In his absence, they used Russell Branyan. He's a good-looking third baseman, but really he's unproven playoff time. They needed Travis Fryman to get healthy and get back in shape. Be here to help him win.
Melted to left. Fair or foul? It is a foul ball. The crew chief, Dana DeMuth, had to crane his neck to see exactly where it ended up.
That's why that big foul pole stands so tall up there. Help the umpires determine whether it's fair or foul. Foul pole, fair pole, whatever you want to call it.
Dick Pole.
That's right. He's the pitching coach for the Indians.
And he's done a great job with CC Sabathia. Sabathia and the Indians leading 5-1. The changeup, 2 down. Here's another guy that's been known to swing and not quite make any contact. The human air conditioning unit. But when Branyan gets a hold of one, wow. He hit one 440 feet earlier this year. Broke his bat. Boone bending away, couldn't get to it. Boy, he looked like a wide receiver trying to chase down a fly pattern. And the bat was in hot pursuit of Boone.
Sure was. Boone outran the barrel of the bat as it was chasing it.
And it brings up a guy with a terrific doubles stroke, kind of like Pudge Rodriguez in Texas. Einar Diaz.
34 doubles in the regular season.
No catcher in the majors had any more than that. And you talked, I believe it was in game 1, Hud, about how the pitchers are starting to rave about his game calling. That was something that we weren't quite sure about heading into this year.
John Hartless lost Sandy Alomar.
Little pop-up. That'll scooch back out of play.
Sandy had been a mainstay here with the pitching staff and Cleveland Indians, and they were able to let him go because of the progress of Diaz. And he's a real sweetheart of a guy. Off the field, he smiles more than anyone I've ever seen. Very pleasant, happy, loves the game of baseball. Comes in smiling and goes away smiling regardless of the outcome. He's just overall happy to be here. That's a good attitude to have. Willing to learn.
$42,000 fans extremely happy right now with how it's going. Seattle had a 1-0 lead. And remember, 88-9 is their record this year when scoring first. But it's like the Indians just shrugged their shoulders and said, yeah, and into left, the base hit.
Like Charlie Manuel said, Einar Diaz has come up with some huge hits all year long, and just mark it down for another one. Can't count out Seattle. It's early in the ball game. The Tribe is just continuing to put pressure on the pitching staff. Seattle Mariners.
2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and a 6-1 lead at home. the things Seattle ruled the roost in all during the regular season. They have not shown up in Cleveland yet. Best batting average. Nope, 2 hits today so far. Best fielding percentage. No, 2 errors. Best ERA. That has certainly not been here. The Indians with 6 runs on 9 hits. And Lofton up 3-0.
Like I've said before, you can throw out whatever you did in the regular season. When it's postseason time, it's a totally different dance. And those who have been invited to the dance before and know the steps are the ones who have an advantage.
Lofton has been a veritable Michael Flatley then.
That's right.
Some awesome postseason numbers. Can't believe that's the best I could come up with dance-wise.
That's all right.
Not dancing, but walking to load him up.
Diaz keeping the 2-out rally alive with a single, and now a walk to Lofton.
Vizquel way out in front, almost corkscrewed himself right into the ground.
It's a good example of a hitter looking for the fastball, looking dead red here all the way. Abbott sailed that changeup underneath his bat, spun him like a top.
Abbott gets ahead of Vizquel 0-2. Already Vizquel a pair of hits today. We had talked about the Indians' failures atop the order in the first 2 games of the series. But Vizquel 2 hits. Alomar has an RBI double.
0-2. It's a minute on here. You got to be real defensive. You got anything close, you don't want to be caught looking. Real test of the concentration of the batter. With a big home run hitter up and a big swinging guy, you know, you might like your chances more than a guy like Vizquel who can just poke and run. He's a little slap hitter, hits the ball to all fields. But he also can play big man when he wants to. He's got 4 grand slams in his career with the bases loaded.
Dirt, the Indians fans lacing up those dancing shoes that Rex Sudler mentioned. They are ready to go bananas if Vizquel can extend the lead here in the 3rd inning.
McLemore and Boone both up the middle, playing straight away, giving Diaz a lot of room for a secondary lead at second. See him getting off. Good throwing arms all around the outfield for Seattle. Buhner, Cameron, Ichiro.
McLemore scoops it. Keep those dancing shoes on. The Cleveland fans have their team up 7-1. Bases full for Alomar. Gonzalez, who started the inning with a homer, is on deck.
Going with anything he can to keep it out of the middle of the plate. Curveballs, changeups, occasional fastballs, but the hitter, he makes a living on a half-inch mistake.
Well, Seattle's got to be wondering, where is that rain that was in the forecast? Blue skies above. And that's the metaphor for Cleveland, too. Up 7-1 and looking to tack on more.
What 2-out rallies do, Josh, is they really break the back of the opponent. Get so close. I mean, look at the Mariners and the Indians there. Runners in scoring position. Indians on the attack.
day in India and has not swung on 3-0. But guys, chill. It's 7-1.
It's a pretty good idea for Alomar. Take a strike, make him come back in there again. He's still in a good hitting count. Abbott challenged Gonzalez with a fastball outside corner. What makes Gonzalez such a good RBI man is he's able to widen that strike zone to plate a little bit. Doesn't have to be right down the middle. He sees runners in scoring position. He's going to do all he can to get them in. He's what you call a bad ball hitter. Von Rodriguez, Manny Ramirez, similar hitters.
Sealy struggled mightily in the first 2 innings. Abbott no better here in the third.
Abbott in a real tough spot. Having to nibble the plate. Doesn't want to get too much of it. Power hitter like Gonzalez up, he could clean the sacks in a heartbeat.
Left field, but there's Buhner. A 4-run inning, Gonzalez a homer. Everybody chipping in. 8-1 Cleveland.